Hello, this is Father Pete, and I wanted to give everybody an update on things as we get back to normal around church, and also I wanted to update you on activities we have going on and that we're restarting, as well as how we're doing with the building campaign. Regarding getting back to normal, I want to thank everybody who's done such a good job on the staff. Our staff have been working really hard during the virus crisis, and so have a lot of the volunteers. Our sacristans have kept the masses going. We've had a lot of new volunteers working the cameras, like we have today right here, and also during the masses. And I also want to thank Jean Nixon, who's done a great job keeping the Adoration Chapel going, and she's looking for people to come back onto the regular schedule as well as volunteers if you'd like to contact her. I also want to thank everybody who's been continuing their stewardship during the crisis. It's really helped us a lot, and a number of people have written checks to take care of needs for parishioners who may have had food needs or needs related to maybe not being employed. So that's been coming in handy, and we've helped a lot of people with groceries, car repairs, some emergency assistance, and that may continue a little bit through the fall. So thank you for those who have provided a little extra money for that. That's been appreciated. As far as pastoral care, we've been doing the same number of things like funerals and marriage prep, although some weddings have been put off and even a few funerals have been delayed, but we've still been quite busy. If you'd like to schedule a confession, you can call the office and arrange to have one after one of the daily masses, or just make an appointment for one of the priests. I have a backlog of about 70 confessions due to First Communions and confirmations that I have to get through first, but we'll be restarting the Saturday confessions in just a little while. You'll notice over the next few weeks that we're going to have a lot of First Communions and also confirmations occurring during the regular masses. It should extend the time at some of the masses just a few minutes, but we've all want to make sure that people get those sacraments met. As far as the COVID crisis goes, we've had about 7 families who've lost family members due to the virus. Now, fortunately for Tallahassee, not as many deaths here as in some places, but the members who lost family had relatives in places like Ocala, up on the East Coast, and even places in the Midwest. I also want to let you know that Father Bernie had a tough week last week because he lost 3 of his contemporaries due to the virus. These were men that he had started in priestly service with, and 3 of them at a retirement home up north got the virus. And so we're keeping him and them in our prayers. And now I'd like to go over a couple of the activities that we are restarting. Number 1, Trinity School is starting its summer camp program on June 15th, so just next week. And that is open to all students as long as they go and sign up and meet some of the requirements at the Trinity School office. They'll have a list of what's needed. And that's a weekly camp, meaning there's just a weekly fee. So if you can't be here for all through the summer, it's still a good deal. And we often have a lot of parishioner families also have their kids go to that. Vacation Bible School, which is much shorter and is just 3 days. We are doing a Vacation Bible School. It'll be a little shorter, and it will be from 9:30 in the morning to 12 at noon, and it'll be just 3 days. But if you want to mark your calendars, it's in July 20th, 21st, and 22nd. So that's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And Rosie Beasley in the office can give you information on that, and she's still collecting up volunteers, but she has quite a few volunteers already lined up to help with that. This week, Tommy Bridges will be speaking at Masses. He's our principal, as you know, about accomplishments and things at Trinity. We just got our standardized test scores back. They're very, very good again. And one thing that I've been telling everybody as far as scores go, there's something called the Presidential Award for Academic Excellence, and our students do very well in that. Nationally, only 3% of students qualify for that. There's a local component with the children's GPA, local GPA, but also they have to score really well on a standardized test, the nationally standardized test. Nationally, only 3% of students get that. 44% of Trinity students earned that this year, and I can't think of another school in town that had numbers that good. At least I don't know of any. So I think our students are just doing exceptional there, and many of the other scores have similar great results. We will, as I mentioned before, we'll start confessions in a few weeks. We'll put that information in the bulletin. But if you'd like to make a sacramental confession, one of the best ways to do it is come for one of the daily masses and just grab the priest afterward, or call the office and we'll make sure we have you on our list, so we'll see you right after. And Father Paul and I are both also taking confession appointments if you can't come after one of the masses. Other activities we'll be announcing as we get started with them, and the Adoration Chapel is already back going full. As far as activities and things around the parish, I do want to mention that we are wearing masks because we have had a number of people in the parish who are worried about that and need to be. We have a lot of people on chemotherapy, people with compromised immune systems. I want us to be just as safe here in the parish as we are at the other safe places in town. As you know, all visitors to the hospital wear a mask, and the nursing homes are still closed. So for now, I think that's a prudent thing to do, and most of the doctors in the parish would have affirmed that policy, that that's a good thing to do for now, so that everybody feels comfortable coming back. We also have the pews taped off so that only every other pew is used, and all the other hygiene procedures we are using in the church to make sure that this is a good, safe place and people feel comfortable coming back. The last thing I'd like to update you on is the building campaign. Some people have asked, well, what are we doing with that? Did the COVID crisis slow it down? And we have certainly slowed down requests for funds, but all the other planning that's needed, we've been going just at a regular pace at. The architects have been on campus twice for workshops, and we have really good architects chosen. They've done over 120 large church projects between Florida and Georgia, and they're very experienced. So I'm going to have a bulletin or a little flyer going in the bulletin talking about the latest on the building project. We have received into the hundreds of thousands of pledges already, but we've made very few asks because the COVID crisis started to become noticeable right when we were finishing up some of our initial receptions. So keep posted on that, and I'll be asking for your help as we go along with that. As far as the architect planning meetings, we've been making sure that the buildings that you've requested and that are very needed are going in the exact right places with all the right safety and code requirements. And we're also going to make sure that we don't make any of the flooding on the campus worse by bringing in too much fill or building in the wrong way. So all those things are being considered. So thank you for tuning in for this little update, and it's been great to see so many of you back at Mass, and thank you for everybody who's been doing extra work around the parish to take care of things. I want to thank my staff who's done an exceptional job, and the other clergy, and just look forward to seeing you around as you all get back to church. And if you have any needs, please contact the office and we'll happily take care of you. God bless. Take care. Bye-bye.